President Moon held a one-on-one with China's state-run broadcaster CCTV as final preparations are being made for this diplomacy tour. The focal point of the interview, North Korea issues the missile defense upgrade seen in a very negative light by Beijing and restoring trust. Hee-jun has the highlights from the sit-down.
Restoring bilateral trust. That's what President Moon Jae-in's interview with CCTV could be boiled down to. He stressed that trust is the objective of his third bilateral summit with its Chinese counterpart since taking office, even citing a Chinese proverb, first time a stranger, next an acquaintance, a third time a lifelong friend. During a sit-down interview that took place before President Moon's state visit to China, the Chinese state-run media didn't shy away from asking President Moon about the sensitive issue of South Korea's deployment of the THAAD system on the Korean Peninsula.
양국의 다양한 관계가 가로막혀서는 안 된다고 생각합니다. 그래서 사드 문제는 별개로 해결해 나가면서
President Moon re-emphasized that South Korea's decision to deploy THAAD is inevitable due to the need to defend the country from Pyongyang's nuclear and missile provocations. While recognizing China's concern that THAAD might violate China's security interests, he made assurances that Seoul will make sure that the U.S. missile defense system doesn't go beyond its intended goal, stressing that the U.S. is ultimately on the same page. The two countries reached an agreement in late October to set aside their differences. President Moon also asserted that Pyongyang must give up its nuclear ambitions. He said it is delusional for North Korea, a small country with an economy that is lagging behind, to think it can protect its security only with nuclear weapons, and that only peace and cooperation between the two Koreas can guarantee North Korea's security. Moon's trip to China comes 2 weeks after Pyongyang launched an apparent intercontinental ballistic missile on November 29th, resuming its missile provocations after a 75-day hiatus. Hee-jun, Arirang News.